We were talking about it. My first year with the Lakers, here at the end, I was fucking 100 years old, but no offense. But I think I missed it by a layup, like one field goal.
Man,
right?
and that stings every time.
And I think earlier in my career, I missed it. Like I shot 897 from the line. And you think back, it's like 1 or 2 free throws. And for a whole season?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So I don't think about the 4 times doing it. I think about the 2 times.
Yeah,
right there.
I think about that.
How many more times were you close to that you can remember off the top?
I think it was another time in Brooklyn where I was like 39% from the 3 going into the last game. I had to make like 4 out of 6. I was like 1 for 8. I was just, man. And I was thinking about it too. I wanted it so bad, and it's just like that's another part of the mental game.
Yeah,
you can get in your own way.
Yeah, for sure.
Thinking too much about stuff like that. So yeah, I remember that one time in Brooklyn. I think it was another time in OKC, where I think it was the free throws I might have missed. I was like 88, 87 for the year, and I tricked
free
off.
throws for a shooter of your caliber. The free throws drives you crazy.
That's
right?
the crazy.
Like, drives you crazy.
We talked. I think we might have talked about. I was like 84 this year, like 83, 82 at one point this year. I was just, and that's been bothering me mentally.
Want to kick the ball in the gym when you miss a free throw.
More than anything, man. Like I being over 90% is key for me. But so mid 80s is just not it.
Yeah. I can relate to that.
What's your career high? You had it
from the free throw line?
Yeah,
I think I was career high this year. I was almost at 80.
Yeah,
I was like 79.6 or something. I'm rounding my off. 80.
But the 3 ball was at what?
The mid range has never been more important. It has to come from the right dudes. Right?
Exactly.
Like the court is spaced now by the role players.
Exactly.
What do you think they're trying to take away? Threes and layups. So the star has to be able to make mid-range shots, or else the team's not going to be able to score in a playoff situation.
I mean, because the mid-range, I believe, is if you can't find a good shot, we should look for the good shots early, the threes.
Attack the paint.
Attack the paint. Try to get layups. Try to get threes. But when it's 5 to 6 seconds on the clock, get a ball to the best player. And if he shoot a mid-range at that point, then he shoot a mid-range. But we're not going to waste the clock trying to look for a 3, 2 seconds on the clock, and we giving it to no
Why are you pointing at me?
Dorian Finney-Smith with 2 seconds on the clock to make a 3. That's not what we or Royce O'Neal. That's not. I mean, they can hit it for sure, but that's not sustainable offense for us going forward.
It's another thing. What you're also saying is, it's interesting. You think about that Harden trade. You know, it was kind of a decision of the salary cap. It's in Surge, kind of a stretch 4-5. James Harden, and James goes on to be one of the best players of all time.
Yeah.
How do you feel looking back?
Finera. I mean, I think after a team that we exceeded expectations with that team, and when you reach the finals and you go through a run like that so quick, I don't think a GM or owner was ready for that. You know, so you expecting a team that's 22, 23 to, you know.
So you sped up the timeline too fast.
We sped up the timeline, all of us, you know, each individual player. Serge, you didn't know, like, he came out of nowhere. He came out here being the best shot blocker in the league. I'm averaging 30 at 21 years old. Russell is 22 years old as an all-star. James, 6 man at 20. Like, so we exceeded the timeline, so they wasn't ready for that. And I don't believe, that's just my theory. I don't know exactly what Sam was thinking or the owner, but my theory is that I don't think they were ready exactly for us to be contenders every year. So since we reached the finals, you're supposed to upgrade and fine tune and make changes around instead of, you can't just pull one of the key figures of your team, you know, off the team and expect us to continue on what we was doing. So I just think they were kind of shocked at how good we got so fast. And you know, sometimes you get confused. And then on top of that, Sam Presti was probably, 30-something years old? He was young. Everybody was young, trying to figure stuff out, trying to understand what this landscape was. It was just, but it was beautiful. Yeah, it was too fast. It was just, we were ahead of our time. Everything happened too quickly. Come on, man. First team on NBA at 21. Like, doing things at 20, 21. Not just me, but everybody on our team on smaller, different skills.
Sure.
Even our coaches. Scott Brooks, that was his first, he was the coach of the year. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was doing things And Scott was our interim, so I didn't, probably didn't think that Scott was going to be there that long after being an interim. So you got to spend money if you want to be in contention every year. I don't think they was ready for that just yet. So, but that prepared them for what they got now.
I was just gonna say, right? He's getting a chance.
Like I'm been thinking, I'm like, I don't know if the 6'2" and under guard is at a premium no more as a starter. Maybe as a backup.
Yep.
But you have to be.
We just talked about this the last.
It's gotten compressed.
It has.
Right? It's compressed.
It has.
It's that like either Donovan Mitchell, Drew Holiday, 6'3", or
Lou Dort.
Lou Dort, or it's you got to be.
You can't get picked on defense. That's the thing, because we playing such the pick on game that they will really, literally, if you can't guard, they will bring you up every play.
Time.
And if you're 6 foot, 6'1", and you're not a bulldog like a Davion Mitchell. Drew Holidays on the defensive side, or you're not an offensive flat out savant like Kyrie, where you can score on dudes 7 feet easily in ISO, then I just can't see it. What you think?
Like